Today I'm talking about Palo Santo, and I'm going to try and keep this one short. See, I was trying to avoid touching my face. Got my hands in my lap. I was going to say pockets, but I'm sitting on them. Palo Santo, holy wood. Origin, I think, if not the main origin, it's one of the main in South America. I could be wrong. I'll check after the video. But it comes in several different forms. It's a thick, not thick, dense wood. This is part of a stick that used to be probably that long. Maybe not that long. Not that long. And then this is a thicker version of the same thing. I use them quite a bit. But I might use them in a different way than you would think. Because everybody uses stuff differently. So this is just what I do. And I have, so I have the stick version, the incense version, and I have chips. So there is an oil version, like an essential oil. I don't have that, but I have the other forms. And I mentioned this. Okay, so I don't use it as a cleanser, like for removal cleansings. I use it more after that. So after you've gone through and you've removed your negativity, because you never want to leave the void open, I will go through and go over it with something positive and sweet, which would be in some cases. I use other things, but most of the time I go towards the Palo Santo. It's just my favorite freaking smell. I love it. It's right up there with roses for me. It's just, I love it. So, which is why I have it in so many forms. I don't have it in oil because I just didn't think I would use it that often. And to this day, I haven't needed it. So, because if I'm making an oil that I could put essential oils in, I just end up using chips. Just put the chips in the jar with the other oil. That's just me. But now I just, like, in saying that, if I was going to maybe do a candle that needed Palo Santo oils, I could see where I would use it in that. But to this day, I haven't done that, so I'm not super worried about it. But everybody's different. You know, you might lean more towards the oil than the other. I'm more of a smoke person. If you're smoke sensitive, then the oil would probably be better. But in a pinch, like I've held on to these nubs because the last time I went to the metaphysical shop, they didn't have any. And I don't like, I could order them online, but by the time I need it, like I still don't have it. I have to wait 2 days. And sometimes you just need it right then. So that's why incense works. Incense comes in handy in a pinch. So, I'm trying to keep these short. You can clear auric fields. I think I'm saying that right. You can go over your windows and doors. You could put the oil in a floor wash to do your floors. Hell, I think I've seen it in soap form, to be honest with you, if I'm remembering correctly. I think I've seen it in soap. Like soap form. Kind of like my dragon's blood soap. I think I've seen it that way. I want to say I have. But and you can get it online, you can get it in the shops. Sometimes you can find it apparently at TJ Maxx and Marshall's. They've been having random little kits that I've seen everybody posting, so that's cool. I saw one at TJ Maxx, but I didn't pick it up. It was like, it wasn't Palo Santo. It was like sage and a chime candle and some herbs or something. I don't know. It was odd. It was not what it was weird. But I mean, I think that's cool though. See, there's that train of thought leaving me again. Back, let's reel it back in. So I don't use it, like I said, I don't use it for removal, but to sweeten a room, sweeten a home, sweeten a person. You know, if you just going into meditation, that aroma really soothes me, like lavender does to some people. Palo Santo does to me. Same as rose. I love rose. And then you can also set space. You can clear somebody when you're going into ritual. Everybody can go around and clear each other with the Palo Santo smoke. Let's see. I don't use it for a lot, but when I do use it, it's like a go-to. Actually, I mean, I use it quite often, but not for what you would think. Because a lot of people, I think, use it for or in house clearings and stuff. I just don't find that I'm pulled that way. I like other things, which that'll be next week's topic. But Palo Santo is really good for sweetening to me. That's how I use it, as a sweetener. And it just, that aroma is like, love it. Love it. Can't say enough about it. Before we do our lives, I do the rooms with it myself. Everybody in the room with me. Sometimes Adrian will be working behind me. You know, it's just a good handy tool. Is it essential? No. Is it one of those must-haves to be a witch? No. But it is good to have. You can clear your cards with it. You can clear objects with it. I mean, it's just great. To me, it is wonderful at sweetening things and kind of clearing them a little bit, but not like, if you have an entity in your house, I would not run from my Palo Santo, if you get what I'm saying, the differences between the two. So that is how I use Palo Santo. Again, it comes in incense. You can get it in the sticks, which are normally bigger than this. And you can use your stick and make chips. I would say, if you have a knife and a sandwich bag and an extra piece of Palo Santo, that I would not pay to buy the chips. I know a lot of places sell them, but honestly, you could. This is one of those things you could save a couple bucks and just do it yourself. That's just an opinion, because I'm cheap, but that's just me. It is a very dense and sweet aroma that will linger, and it's not, it does put off a good amount of smoke, but it's not like sage. Sage is very, very intensely smoky. Palo Santo is not that deep of a smoke. It can be if you burn enough of it, but when you're using just a little stick, and because it's so dense, sometimes you have to keep, you don't have to, but you will probably have to relight it at some point. So it's good to have a candle. Ooh, and I just had one a second ago. I don't have one now, but I'll use this. I have a small, well, I have several of these, but this is the big one. But it's good to have something you can tote around with you and keep it lit. Or you could just, you know, use your lighter, whatever works for you. But that is just a little bit about Palo Santo. I love it. Hopefully you do too. If not, what is your sweetener? I guess that's a good way to put it. What do you sweeten your home with after a cleanse? That's a good question. So I'm going to leave it there. I'm trying not to make these long and rambly, although the rambles happen. But y'all have a good evening. I will see you, if not sooner than later, then probably next week. Y'all have a good night. Bye.